What's up, everyone? Sean Green here with Brendon Walsh, Doug Stanhope, and it's time to get to the point. Oh.
All right, that's enough.
Oh, that is the ultimate football song.
I was playing that live, people.
Yeah.
By you.
If you're listening to the audio, that was Doug on the recorder. He warmed up with some hot cross buns, then just unleashed the NFL theme music. Fox on NFL. Doug, you see you're wearing a jersey. Is that a Ricky Williams jersey, if I'm guessing?
Yes, it is. Ricky Williams, the Saints year.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we're Ricky Williams, where he's just like, hey, Ricky Williams, all you have to do to be in the NFL is not smoke weed. And he's like, nope, sorry, I'm going to smoke weed. Fuck you, NFL. Brendon, what's happening? Looking good in the your hair is like looking awesome. I'm very jealous of your hair.
It's getting I'm just letting her go, baby. I went down to the beauty salon. I said, give me the Blanche. And so I'm going with the old lady hair look.
If you tuned in last week, you'll see that I cut mine down quite a bit because it's still summer here, and the heat will get to you.
The heat will get to you. Doug, I saw some clips of you on the on a podcast breaking down Skankfest. How was your Skankfest? Unfortunately, we didn't get to meet up. It was Vegas. The odds were stacked against us, but how was your Skankfest?
Well, Brendon, you remember the old Death Valley parties. You didn't want to go to bed because you know you're going to miss something. Yeah. So anytime you're at Skankfest, it's that times 100 where something great is going on or someone's performing or if you're missing out on drugs or a private party So this time I resigned myself to, you know what? I really like to do a bunch of nothing. So, I wrestled a girl to a lip lock and that was my moment of,
I did see the photos of that. What was if people don't know, what was the backstory on why you were wrestling a woman into a lip lock?
Well, they do they do fights. They've always done fights at Skankfest, and I never made it to one. And I think they range from full on actual boxing matches to like if it's a couple of the ladies, a delicate lady, they try to take each other's sock off. So that was what I agreed to do. Monica Saunders and we had a beef about 8 years ago when I was doing a book tour in New York, and I was doing the bonfire, and I got we got off on the wrong foot, and I was too drunk to get it right back on the right foot before it started getting very Maury Povich. So I just excused myself, and so that's just lingered for 8 years. And I know Brendon Walsh is like this. Just knowing someone might hate you out there from maybe a long time ago. Can we make this right so I can sleep?
Yeah, I know that well.
Spam risk is calling in with a pick.
Oh, great. We have the number. I think our phone number is working too. The 323-989-2663. If anybody wants to call in, I think I'll see the calls. But if you get the voicemail, just leave a message and I'll call you right back.
Yeah, just flash it up on the screen. 323-989-2663. Give us a call and help us get to the points. Brendon, how was your NFL week? How'd you do? Are you up? Are you down? What happened?
I'm even Stevens, baby. I mean, I'm up. I think I'm up like $40 or something when it all played out. I went 7-7 on my pick.
You must really have to hate a game to just go, I'm only doing 14. Fuck that one.
There's only a couple games where you're just like, I want no part of it. Nothing to do with that game. Yeah, I did. I went 9-7, so lost the juice. I did hit a crazy Taysom Hill bet that balanced out some of my other dumber bets, but yeah, floating around 500. Doug, how about you? How was your week?
10-6. I went even on my locks. If you remember, I had two $50 bets. One was San Francisco -10 against New Orleans, and one was that Philly bet, which I told you it was because it was an accident. But you don't take accidents off the board. Neither did they in Tampa.
No, that was a complete disaster for the Eagles. What was your I forget, what was your bean bet last week? Doug?
I had my fix bet came in where I said, okay, there's no reason Baltimore should be favored against Buffalo, and that's the fix was in. I got that one, but the bean bet's killing me. I'm down 300 now. I lost that. I mean, no, that was also the Philly bet. That's how it jinxed it.
Yeah, I lost. I should have known better to bet against the Eagles on that one, but I didn't. That was one of my big losers. And I had the Titans Seahawks parlay, which was a half right.
Yeah, no, I mean, Seahawks got destroyed. That game got out of hand early. We got to, counting down Thursday Night Football right around the corner. Get to that. We did get some more dicks. So thank you everyone for sending those in. WinHardly at gmail.com. Send in your dick.
We've still never had someone like just buy a pair of football pants from the thrift store and send their own.
No, well, I don't know. Laser Wang. I think Laser Wang, when he filled in for Doug, I think he sent in some stuff. Brendon, I honestly, I don't know if I think I was scared.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Laser Wang now.
Laser Wang did send in. Yeah, he said, and I don't think we could show them. We could probably show them. I'll track them down. We'll see if we can get Laser Wang on and show him.
I just remember like the subject heading was like, "Here's me in a bikini, Laser Wang." I'm like, I'm not opening this, and he's like, "Oh, it's great. My dick's hanging out." I'm like, "No, that's not the bit. You have, if you're gonna do the bit, at least be in football pants." And he didn't.
It's all bulge. From what I remember, it was all bulge. There's no head poking out or anything. Okay. And I have a Laser Wang shirt that I'm selling at worldrecordpodcast.com. I designed and printed some Laser Wang shirts. So,
yes, I see people in the chat calling for Laser Wang t-shirts. Yeah, get them all there.
Has Laser Wang appeared on your podcast?
Yeah, he comes on my podcast a lot.
Yeah, he's a regular on the World Record podcast.
I didn't know if that was just something made up for us.
No, he's a real guy. I mean, he's just a guy. He's a guy I went to high school with. He's a steam fitter in Philly.
The funny thing is, Laser Wang off air is just like it's like Clark Kent, and then he gets into the phone booth and he becomes Laser Wang. It's quite the transformation. Him behind the scenes was very funny. All right, so we did get a couple dick pics. Appreciate everyone sending those in. WinHardly at gmail.com. This one, group celebration. Shout out to the Bears.
What? Come on.
Look right on
your screen.
That's a lot. There's a lot going on in there.
Lot to unpack.
It looks like there's like a crease. So up in that seam. Is part of his penis like past the
I don't know if something is it like is it way to the left? I don't know.
That's the flap you flop it out for next season when they're really trying to get viewers.
When Roger Goodell's like, ratings are down, what are we gonna do? This is our first ever 2-time dick picker, Deshaun Watson, just very this is, I don't know if this is during the national anthem, but I imagine
well, honey, what do we got here?
I mean, why even wear pants at this point?
Yeah. Why'd you pick those two friends to stand next to?
It's nothing more insulting to an NFL player than Doug putting on his reading glasses to check out the old dick pic.
You think you can see a wiener there? Wait, let me see.
You need like almost like the chain around the readers. Give it that extra old lady vibe.
Just here, let's get that so you can ISO it for next week. This everyone look at your camera with big readers on. Where's well, that's a vein, I think. Oh, that was his whole penis.
Oh, you can see a pube, I think.
The goal of this show is to see a vein at some point. I mean, after a really big play, or
we've never seen a piercing.
Oh yeah, a piercing or just
playing without a cup, but playing with a piercing that is obvious. What do you call it? A St. Peter or something there, right through the urethra.
Prince Albert.
Yeah.
Prince Albert. Yeah. Well, send in the chat who you think most likely to have a pierced penis in the National Football League. I'll go first. I think Derek Carr, Saints quarterback. I don't know if you've he's accused of wearing eyeliner. He claims he doesn't wear eyeliner, but he certainly kind of looks like a guy who might wear eyeliner. And that just seems like a guy who would also get his penis pierced. But Doug, and Brendon, any guesses on what NFL player might have their penis pierced?
Dennis Rodman.
I mean, that's cheating, but yes, I would imagine he's a lock.
I would go with the former. I'd say AJ Hawk.
Ooh, okay, yeah. Now he's on the McAfee show now, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He had a podcast and he had me on, and I think I was doing Blow, and it never aired.
There was what's the fucking the Jaguars, the pretty boy.
Minshew.
Goldilocks. Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. He might have a sneaky one, because he might have one.
Oh yeah,
to accentuate his beauty.
I got a good Trevor Lawrence photo to highlight the pierced vibe that I think we're going for here. This definitely looks like a guy who might be. I
bet Kelsey Travis has a piercing, a genital piercing that was actually an accident in the garage when he's trying to fix something.
Also, well, two things there. Yes, I agree, but also Kelsey Travis is like the best old guy mispronouncing a name thing I've ever heard. You mean Travis Kelsey, obviously.
Yeah.
But I like something my dad would. You see that Kelsey Travis is dating that. What's her name?
I alphabetize all my jokes by the last name first.
Well, and like a true pro, the hard K sound is instantly funny. So leading off with Kelsey.
I really wanted to say his brother because he's the more burly one, but I couldn't remember his name at all.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Jason,
Keith, Larry,
Mo, Shemp,
Curly. We get some good guests in here. Bryce Shell saying Aaron Rodgers projected Prince Albert. I
think he's taken a Prince Albert, but not received.
I can see Aaron Rodgers more of a nip piercing guy.
Yeah. Anything to go against the grain, Aaron Rodgers is all about that. Oh, I like this one. King Jamie the Mad in the chat saying, how about Kirk Cousins? Maybe Sam Darnold had a ghost piercing for him. Good answers all around. Nick Bosa has a nice hog.
I was going to say Nick Bosa.
And also he seems like, not the smartest guy, so I could see Prince Albert.
I would be more likely to Prince Albert myself if I were uncircumcised. And then when I was not erect, there would be a protective sheath around it where it couldn't just get snagged in my underpants when I tried to get on a Greyhound bus. And then, I got to pull. No, it would have I would actually get foreskin for that.
Can you get, if you're not circumcised, could you get pierced through the turtleneck into the through the hole to keep the sheath? You know what I mean? To keep it
with my new product, it's
intact.
Just a Velcro ring. It's an adhesive rubber on the inside, Velcro on the outside, and then you choose. You can put a little sweater on top, whatever kind of sheath you want. Nylon. You want to have an NFL team brand? You can put whatever sheath you want on. It's gonna keep your hoop safe and close to the turtle head.
And Halloween's coming up. You could get like a little Dracula. Have a little cape with a collar behind it and have a Dracula wang.
Oh, if you could get an erection on command that quickly to make it pop out of your pants and go.
The ultimate Halloween decoration. All right. Let's see. Oh, hey, shout out to our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Promo code points. Get you a nice deposit bonus up to $1,000. Thought since we just featured Deshaun Watson, thought fun to talk about him coming up Sunday against the Commanders.
It was pointing towards lower.
Yes. Yeah, even though it's a decent matchup against the Washington defense. I'm with you, Doug. I think lower is the play, 236.5 passing yards. It was pointing to the right. We'll take that as a sign from the gambling gods to go to the right side here and take lower on Deshaun Watson, 236.5 passing yards. I like that. Maybe we just
use the right as the one that owns the cock, not the people out there. You want to curve to the left.
Yeah. Maybe that's how we decide which way the dick is pointing is which way our picks are pointing. I like that as good branding.
That's a good way to do the prop bets. Yeah.
Yes. Underdogfantasy.com. Promo code points. We got Thursday night kicking off right now. Let's see. Tampa Bay.
We better hit that one.
Better get that in now. Tampa Bay it was 1.5. I think it's now up to 2.5 points. Brendon, we'll let you go first. What do you got for tonight's game?
Well, I got I've brought Gambler Bot back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gambler Bot says this is a lock. Mortgage your house, sell your kids' clothes, take your wife's purse, take all the money out of it, and take the Bucks plus 2.5.
I agree with Gambler Bot and his patented AI picking model. Love the Bucks here. Love getting points. Doug, what are you doing here?
I only got 1.5, and I bet that early this morning. But where'd you get 2.5?
I think it just moved to 2.5 not too long ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bet it at 1.5 earlier. So I'm with you, Doug.
There is one coming up. There's one that would not give me a line. This is like 4:00 in the morning, but it would give me a money line, which is weird. And that was Green Bay. Did they become -3, or am I making that up?
Yeah, no. Green Bay Packers right now -3, Rams +3. So I actually
wait. Who the Rams playing?
Rams are at home against the Packers.
Okay, all right.
So they're getting 3 points. I would actually take the Rams and the points.
That's what I did.
Yeah, you might be able to find a 3.5 if you wait around, but
there's one other game. There's one other game that is my this is the con of the week.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm having a look at another place to find the game. Go ahead. Sorry. You go to the next game you were going to do it because there's one I got to find while you talk.
Brendon, we got a caller.
Can you hear? No, hold on. Sean and Doug, can you hear the caller?
Nope.
Oh, no. Shit. Oh, boy. How about now? Go ahead. Talk, caller.
What if this is the only way you ever talk to anybody is on a podcast until you get it right, my friend?
I thought, well, you guys could hear the hear the flute music, so there's no reason why you couldn't hear this guy.
Maybe he's not talking.
No, he is. Go ahead, say something again.
Maybe he's really low. Is that what it is?
Let me turn. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, then. Meanwhile, you fiddle with that.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll try it again.
Doug, what's another pick you like? What's a big $50 line?
We'll just go next to Minnesota. There was a time that I actually liked all these picks, and then what happened is, as soon as I actually bet them, I went, I should bet against myself everywhere, almost everywhere.
Immediately reverse it.
Yeah,
you hear that?
No.
You don't hear the phone ringing?
No.
All right, we'll just get rid of that then. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys.
No, it's all good. We'll sort it out. But Doug, what did you do initially in that London game, Vikings Green Bay?
Oh, Vikings. Vikings Green Bay. Oh, last week.
Oh, sorry. I keep thinking Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay, Vikings, Jets in the
Yeah,
London.
no, I love the Jets to lose every game this season. That guy just doesn't care. I see it in his eyes. I've done those shows. I've had those seasons where, you know what? I'm on a guarantee. I'm not working a door deal here. So I'll see what I can remember from my last game, and I'll try. If it was good, I'll try to. I'll close strong and open strong, and in the middle, I'll stretch my fucking hamstrings.
You know phoning it in when you see it, and I'm with you. I like fading. Aaron Rodgers, his knee isn't right. He's bitching at the coach. Just bad vibes. It's
hey, you know that like Jeremiah Jackson or something? Is that his name?
Who is he?
Vikings.
Jeremiah Jackson. Trying to think who that is.
Josiah. He's like the big shit.
Oh, Justin Jefferson.
That's it. Moving on up to the big time. Yeah, you know what? He's not a quarterback at all. I just found that out from being an insomniac last night. He guy's a wide receiver.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold is their quarterback. But yeah, no, I mean, he may as well be because he's their best.
Well, because I know the other guy, took a hike from there. So every time I kept hearing this guy's name mentioned, where that, I assume, well, that's the guy that replaced the guy, and he's a rookie. And no, he's who knows what a Sam Darnold is. It sounds like they argued over what to name him for a last name and met in the middle.
Yeah, Darnold isn't a very imposing nickname. Brendon, you got any thoughts on the London game there?
Well, I got a message from the guy. Here's the guy who was trying to call. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I tested everything. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good analogy for my life. Sorry for interrupting those technical difficulties, but I'm convinced Antonio Pierce is gambling on the games. He's declared bankruptcy. He's banned from the NCAA for like a decade, and whenever the Raiders are underdog, they seem to win.
Ooh, he's betting the games and he has an in, but he's filing for bankruptcy.
I don't know. I'm just reading the guy's message. I don't know. Sorry, should have let the guy say I'll make sure the phones work next week.
Yeah, I guess his wife filed for bankruptcy. I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, he has judgments. You know what it was? He was involved in some used car deal that they like tricked him into signing for all these like used car things, and he basically owes $28 million, which is not. Vegas isn't a good place to be when you're $28 million in the hole. But do you have any thoughts on the London game, Brendon?
Is that the Jets game?
That's Jets Vikings.
You know, I feel like the Vikings have been doing okay. I'm going Jets money line. I feel like that's a lock. Jets
money line, just because everyone's on the Vikings. Good time to fade them.
Yeah.
No, I mean, everyone's betting.
It seems like every single team is 2-2 until I look at the standings, and the Vikings are 4-0. And how did all of a sudden? I thought Houston was like 1-3, and they're 3-1. So I that's why I thought, oh well, because Aaron Rodgers won't stay out late and party. He'll stay up all night on like Rumble under an assumed name, and trolling people to make fun of him to see how in check my ego is. I stay up every night and I go, oh, that Aaron Rodgers should really hang up his shoes. Don't you guys think so? Click here for yes. And then he keeps hitting refresh on whether or not people think he's washed up. He goes, I gotta get some more ayahuasca because I feel some ego coming here. Feel some ego after the game.
Which is funny because he's the guy that tells you, oh, you're using AirPods. Yeah, enjoy your brain cancer. He's I do like the idea of him going down like a rabbit hole, posting his stats on 4chan, settling his beef with his head coach. Yeah, I like that. The late night lurking of Aaron Rodgers. That feels like it could be its own sitcom. Doug, what's another?
He comes in with the big baggy eyes to the training room. He goes, what kind of private party were you at? You don't want to talk about it, man.
You see what they're putting in the air supply? I mean, he's probably going to be testing the water in London.
I hope the greatest hits because I love air supply.
I do like the Doug. I do like that sweet slot machine you have behind you there. Is that where'd you get that thing?
I thought if it could make any noise, I thought it'd be funny to just have some woman that you don't know, just some squat woman. Is someone using this machine? And then just start playing ding, 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 ding. I think I hit a jackpot. Ding, 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 ding. Go ahead. But I don't have a sound machine or a fat old lady friend that was free when I thought about it.
We'll work that out for next week. We'll get one of those ashtrays made out of the foil. Do you ever see that? Somebody with like like one of those foil plates that they put lasagna to go in.
Oh yeah,
they hang it around their neck.
Yeah, that's great. Like the ultimate. I don't want to move 1 single inch, but I still want to inhale cigarettes.
It's like a wire coat hanger attached to the lasagna go thing, and they just so it catches their ashes.
Like an ashtray.
I have never seen that.
It's you gotta hang out in Atlantic City a little bit.
Yeah,
I do still have, and I wish I was still on Are You Garbage because I had so much fun on that podcast. Does anyone still have one of those cup holder ashtrays from a Flying J in your car?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
I do. Like, there's one car that I like. Someone's eventually gonna smoke. Just leave it back there.
Is that the idea with that? I know I'm familiar with the podcast just by name, but is that the way that podcast works? They bring up like some kind of fucking white trash or whatever.
Like I had my own going in. I like they do like. Have you ever eaten off a room service tray that was in the hallway when you passed it?
If you added them up, I've eaten. It's been less times that I haven't eaten off of it.
Have you? This was one I had for them. I don't know. Was if you jump in a pool, do you consider that a bath? And if you had your clothes on, whatever clothes on, are those considered clean? And I would say yes on both accounts.
Yeah.
So I was doing a show in Long Beach. I had a big like to-go tray of Chinese food that I was eating on the way to the thing, and I had a lot left over. And I'm like, oh, well, there's a lot of homeless people around here. I don't want to throw it out. So what I'll do is I'll just leave it here on the street for some person to find and eat and go to the show. I have a bunch of drinks. I'm walking past it. I see the Chinese food there. I'm like, oh shit, free Chinese food. I opened it up. I ate the rest of the Chinese food and threw it out and drove home. It was great.
Do you use that on stage?
No, but I should talk about it.
Cleaned up and with some kind of a little bit of a distraction up front so they don't see you going back to the Chinese food. A little diversion.
A little surprise.
Yeah, that's that tightened up is fucking. That's a bit, sir.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
All right. So we got the Thursday game in. We got the Sunday London game, 6:30 kick. Warning: set your alarms on the West Coast. Any other? What are some other big games? Some locks? What else you feeling, Doug?
Well, the one that I have a concern about is. I get fuck. I didn't write down the prices, but I know I went a decent on Kansas City. Here's the one I have a problem with. That seems like the fix of the week. Indy is getting 3 points against Jacksonville.
Yeah,
rat line.
Isn't Jacksonville just dog shit? That's again. I think maybe they're both 2-2, but Jacksonville seems 0-4 as fuck.
Jacksonville's 0-4.
They are.
Yes, and they've looked really bad. Doug Peterson is saying it's the players' fault, not the coaches, which is always a horrible sign. But you're right to actually take the Jaguars here in my mind because the line
didn't do it this time.
Oh, you didn't?
But it still seems like a fix.
Yeah, I think the fix is in for the Jags. They always play well against the Colts. Colts play cover 3, and that's the only thing Trevor Lawrence can do well against. So I actually think you take the Jags there. Brendon, you got any Jags Colts plays?
I took the Colts +3. just for what Doug was saying, I feel like that's a good bet. I feel like that's even if they lose, I think it'll be a close game.
Yeah, I mean, especially you don't know who's quarterback. Joe Flacco, he's looked good off the bench. We'll see who they go. Brendon, what's another one of your big plays? What do you like?
I mean, this is a big now this is a big moneymaker if you really want to. And this was run through the GamblerBot AI software and hardware after he watched some AI pornography. He turned his software into hardware. The Giants money line plus 245. I think that's a good way if you're down on your luck.
Chase.
Looking two. Don't make me go back to my list.
So the
Denver
Giants are in Seattle.
Yeah.
Playing the Seahawks right now. You can get it 6.5 points, but I'm with you. We stumbled upon this trend on our show of teams after they play the Detroit Lions. They've been very banged up, and the teams after they play the Lions are 0-3 straight up, 0-3 against the spread. Their coach had that press conference about biting kneecaps, so it's been dubbed the biting kneecap trend. So the biting kneecap trend loves the Giants straight up money line, and it's a good spot. They have way more rest than the Seahawks there. So I'm with you, Doug. What are you doing?
That's if I had like a home game at my hotel with methamphetamine and pornography. And then you like how good's my dick gonna play 3 days later? Oh, it's gonna be banged up.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bruised and scabbed, like trying to hide inside.
Your dick needs a good 7 days rest. So that's why, yeah.
You're the guy who actually knows about a lot of this shit. Miami now, they're +1 against someone that they shouldn't be +1 against. The Patriots, is it?
Yeah. So the take on this game is, I mean, the Pats are really bad, one of the worst teams in the league, but the Dolphins, Snoop Huntley, they're down to their third string quarterback. He looked really bad. They lost to the Titans. This is going to be an ugly game. I would never say don't bet on a game. It goes against my ethos, but I think I just take the Pats because they're at home, but if you want to say, hey, I'm taking the Dolphins because the Pats are the worst team in the league and you're getting points against them, that's a good counter. Brendon,
what are your point? 1 point.
Yeah, you're only getting one, so you're not even getting a lot. What are you doing, Brendon?
Yeah, I mean, that was a game that I looked at for a little bit, and like you said, don't bet on. But I feel like Miami, I would go with Miami +1, because then even if they lose by a point or if they win by a point, it's or you know what, just take Miami straight up. Why take the point? What's the point? What's the points?
Yeah. If it's +1, you may as well just hammer the money line there. Brendon, you're up next. Pick a game. What do you got?
So what did I say? Okay, I got again, this is my stupid Panthers +4. I just always like the Panthers. I don't know why I'm rooting for them, but I think with all the devastation in the Carolinas right now,
oh great,
it's like
tugging at the heartstrings.
I think that
if you want to bet the fucking Tar Heels, because no one gives a shit about the Panthers there in fucking Carolina. It's the last thing in the world they care about. Go with a UNC and take that bet. But
okay, I'll do that too. Bet on all things Carolina,
except for the Panthers, because their civic pride is not swollen there for NFL. They got so much college they've had forever. At least Jacksonville has nothing, so they might come out. But Carolina has everything, and you know what? If they have some sinkholes and some backed up plumbing, so be it. They have fucking legends like Duke.
Yeah, they do seem like a basketball state, but I'm with you, Brendon. Something about the Panthers being the worst team, being horrific, and then Bryce Young, they finally got rid of him, and now you get the Red Rocket himself, Andy Dalton, firing around. And who are the Bears to be laying 4 points? Caleb Williams still doesn't look amazing. Their defense is all right, but 4 points is way too much. I'm with you. Take the Panthers. Emotional play.
Yeah.
Doug, are you going Bears here?
Yeah, -4. What'd you get it at?
Yeah, I think it's at 4 right now. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's one of my penny bets.
What's the Dalton? What's
I
our
thought
underdog?
$2 was the cheapest you could bet, but if you go back to charlesdickens.com .sportsbook, yeah, you can bet a penny. That's what I bet on the Chiefs, and who gives a fuck about either one of them Panthers.
Sorry,
Well,
what
I
were you
think-
saying, brother?
What's Andy Dalton on underdog? That might be a good one to parlay with our penis man. I forget who it
Oh,
was.
yes. I like this. Little Andy Dalton. Yeah, let me pull up Andy Dalton's stuff here. Oh yeah, this will be a fun little get to the point special. Andy Dalton, the old salty dog himself.
Oh, I could have been reading comments this whole time, and maybe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bama covers the bet. Jim. All right.
Andy Dalton over on Underdog Fantasy. His passing yards 214.5, passing touchdowns. I kind of think it's a passing touchdowns game for old Andy Dalton. I say we take the higher 1.5 passing touchdowns. You with that, Brendon?
Over 1.5. Yeah. I mean, what do you feel about what's the interceptions over 0.5?
Yeah, let's see if they have. I couldn't fit it in that screenshot.
Okay.
But yeah, his interception's a half. That's not
All
horrible.
right. Tidy skull. I like your smart fucky thing. Just nod. Let the show go on. He's alluding to the fact that if I'm gambling, eventually I'm going to need money and have to go back on the road, and he can come see a show.
Yeah, so that's a great compliment.
You're right. I bet you're right if I'm not gambling.
All right, so Brendon, what are we doing? Are we taking the interception or are we taking the passing yards? Or touchdowns? I like touchdowns, but I'm open.
Since I'm betting on them, I'll take the touchdowns and then under with what's his name? Who was the first?
Deshaun Watson. So
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, officially we'll go higher Andy Dalton, 1.5 passing touchdowns, and then Deshaun Watson, lower passing yards, and you get a nice little payout on that over on Underdog Fantasy, promo code points. All right, we're almost here, kicking off Thursday night football. Doug, do we get all your big bets in? What else you got on the card? What's the bean bet?
I just laughed at hey, would you make me a sandwich? That was a funny little cute thing you just said there. And,
people saying Tua needs to retire due to concussion, but then how is he going to become the all-time NFL concussion leader?
And I love that, because they should have stats on so many of these things, including dick pics. Send them to what is it again?
WinHardly at gmail.com. Yeah, come on, guys. Let's,
and my pick of the week I just saw was fucking San Francisco again. This time only -7, and I can't even remember who they're playing, but they've covered 10. New England easy. Oh, my Cardinals. That's why.
Your Cards.
Yes, they're playing my Cardinals, and my bean bet is tonight. He has Atlanta. I have Tampa Bay +1.5. So fuck beans. Flick the bean.
Brendon, any other big plays you got for the
I'm looking. I think are the Saints are playing. I just wrote down Saints. They're playing KC, right?
Yeah, Monday night.
I think okay, yeah. Well, I got Rams +3. I think we already talked about that. I'm on board with you guys. Rams +3 for Sunday, and then Monday night. I feel like I'm feeling Saints +5.5. I think KC is not a spread coverer.
They lost Rashee Rice. I think it's tough because they figure out how to pull these games out of their ass.
Yeah.
But to your point, they're always close. You always got to sweat them out. I picked Kansas City, but I don't really love either side there. Actually, if you're going on underdog, the Justin Watson stuff, the higher receiving yards on him, I think that's a fun way to go on that one. Other games I like that we didn't hit on. Love the Broncos at home against the Raiders. I know that guy has a conspiracy theory about Antonio Pierce's bankruptcy and them being dogs and him betting on the games. But if you could, he would be better off just winning and not being an underdog in these spots and making money as an NFL coach. So I don't know about that theory. I also like the Steelers at home Sunday night against Dallas, the Cowboys. Micah Parsons is out. Their defense is really banged up. Steelers at home laying 2.5. I'm seeing.
That were the two games I did not have on my sheet as I counted them up, and there must be 2 bye games this week, but no, it was these. Didn't have Dallas, Pittsburgh. Did that not have a line till late last week? First time I bet against Pittsburgh. First time I was happy because I won, and I'm always happy when they lose. So I will. I'll probably go against them this week.
Yeah, Broncos up to now -3 +100. So. Brendon, any other points you want to give out here?
No, that's that. I think I covered everything. Oh, Bills -1. I got Bills -1.
Yeah,
and
like Bills.
Everything. I think that's everything for me. And then our underdog bet. Let's all do that. The Deshaun Watson under and the Dalton over.
Yeah, higher.
Raiders, my dog.
Raiders.
Fuck yeah,
you like the Raiders.
Yeah.
What do you like about the Raiders this week, Doug?
Money line. I like the Gardner Minshew. I like his stash, and I like his look. I like his moxie. And forget who they're playing, but I remembered when I read it at 5:00 in the morning.
They are playing the Broncos. Yes, incredible mustache. But I still I'm going Broncos.
So. Oh yeah, I fucking hate the Broncos.
All right. I feel like we covered a bunch of picks, a couple of dicks. Got a nice shout out from Gambler Bot. And we'll be back next Thursday. It's like a Thursday pregame.
I'm trying to get a microphone. I always forget. But I like this backdrop. That's a good backdrop. I want to keep this.
Yeah.
And then just get a microphone. I'll probably
get an old lady to play the slot machine.
You don't see a slot machine as like an outdoor garden, like slot machine next to garden lattice. You don't.
Well, you haven't been here to the Stanhope Oasis, my friend.
Yeah, it's very someone with a cup of quarters walking around in the background. I'm looking forward.
This way just a little bit. That's where we have red zone on the patio.
Oh,
over there is the fun house.
That's a sweet setup.
But right here is for the smokers because I'm not one of them anymore. So we smoke outside at best. But I smoked like fucking probably half a dozen cigarettes at Skankfest. But
well, it doesn't
happen.
Yeah, if you're on mushrooms, cigarettes don't count. I think pretty sure.
Yeah, mushrooms, ketamine, fucking edibles. You know, like if I did heroin, I wouldn't feel bad. Why do I sweat 5 or 6 cigarettes?
Yeah, right. Can you guys hear this? Do you hear that bell? No.
Oh wait, when you played the bell earlier, I did hear it.
No.
No. Yes.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. All right.
Maybe there's like a weird delay in there or something.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get the phones figured out next week. WinHardly@gmail.com with your penis pics.
And the best penis, whoever gets the best penis pick, I will judge, and I'll send you Brendon's actual email where you can continue sending penis pics all throughout the year. You don't have to. There's no season on penis pics, not when it comes to his late night spank bang. Thanks for betting with us, and thanks to our sponsor. Give them the sponsor one more time, Sean T.
Underdog Fantasy promo code points.